Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to Breaking Bets, episode 16. Heading into 2 months, boys.
I know, it's flying by.
It's fun. We're having fun. Time's moving. We're improving. Wow, that looked kind of a bar.
Yo, this kid's spitting.
But, yeah, we had a huge week of NFL, college football, WWE, Crown Jewel. No, I'm kidding.
Dude, Logan Paul saved Rey Mysterio's life in WWE.
He did. If we want to talk about that at the end of the podcast, we can. Just that little bit, but, I mean, other than that. Yeah, we had a great week of football. We'll talk about the Celtics a little. Let's get into it. So, without further ado, NFL. We start out in Germany at 9 a.m., and was it just me, or did everyone gain an hour of sleep, and we're all still fucking exhausted?
I'm more tired than I usually am. I don't know what happened. I feel like shit.
Well, I went to bed at like 5 a.m., woke up at 9 for the game, and I'm still up, so I'm like half asleep.
Yeah, I woke up at 7 regardless, so it was pretty tough.
At 7?
Yeah.
Why?
I was up at 7 this morning.
Why?
I was just up
He was pumped up. He was pumped up for the pod.
Yeah.
Kid was throwing bets in.
Had mad money at fucking online.
So follow low-key lost the parlay? I'm kidding.
Didn't even tail it. We'll get into that.
But yeah, I mean, I think I went to bed around like 2 because that's how long college football went to, and then I woke up at like 8. I had a coffee and everything, and I'm fucking exhausted.
You have a donut?
I do not have a donut this week. I didn't deserve a donut this week.
Why not?
I don't know. I mean, like, the only reason I had a donut the other week was because I hit my goal of 155. Now I'm aiming towards 145, so once I hit 145, I will indulge myself in donuts.
Nice.
And go back to 155.
Yeah, most likely. But, anyways, got sidetracked there. I love donuts. Anyways, Dolphins, 14. The Chiefs, 21. Cabral, say your piece.
The fin is flaccid, no longer hard and stiff. I'm sorry. But very true. I am sad, very sad. Bad game from the offense in the first half. In the second half, we looked really good, honestly. But that underthrown ball by Tua at the end was awful. That was awful.
I was going to say, I don't even know if the offense looked good, but, Mostert was kind of carrying that. Passing-wise, I feel like, there was drops, fumbles, but Tua missing a lot of throws. But Mostert was honestly, keeping them in the game.
That the touchdown to Cedric Wilson, though, was kind of a dime.
That was a dime.
But, no, nothing to feel good about after that. I don't know what it is. We can't beat good teams. If we want to be a real contender, you got to beat some good teams.
That Jeff Wilson fumble he had, dude, why is he even on the field?
Well, actually, him and Cheetah both fumbled, and then earlier in the game, first quarter, Tua with a 30-yard pass to Reek, and it went right through his tippies.
Insane.
Yeah, so we were talking about, Dolphins being on the fraud watch. So now, where are they? Where are they? Meters right here. That's contender. That's fraud.
Let's just say I think the Chiefs, Bills, Ravens, and Bengals are all better. I wouldn't say the Jags yet.
You'd say the Bills are better? I know the Bills whooped their ass, but
I feel like they're even, actually. Same tier.
Because,
Bills,
they do verse them later in the season. But my thing is, the Bills right now, their defense is not what it was, and that's because of injury. So right now, I would probably say the Dolphins are better than the Bills. Time will tell, obviously. But, yeah, I don't know. It's a toss-up, man.
I feel like we can't say they're better than the Bills until Miami gets the statement win.
That's a fair statement right there.
That's fair.
This might be unfair of me to say, but after this win, the Chiefs are still moving down in my rankings. All their points came in the first half. Don't get me wrong, great first half. But they move down. Yep. The Ravens move up.
Agreed.
I'm saying that as of right now, the Ravens are a better team.
I'm so on
And if the Bengals win tonight, I might put the Bengals over the Chiefs.
100%.
Well, if the Bengals win tonight, dude, they move in my top 2.
They're legit top 3 for sure.
Wagon streak.
Especially if it's a statement win too, they come in here and just beat the shit out of the Bills.
So, let me get this straight. We're moving the Chiefs down for losing to the Broncos, but we're not rewarding them for winning against a team that you guys were slobbering over all season.
Well, I'm only moving them down because of how great
you had Dolphins, I think, at your 2 last week. Or your 3. It was 2 or 3.
I think it was 3.
So Chiefs beating a top 3 team in the NFL. That's not anything to you.
No, it's something for sure.
I'm not talking to you.
That's something for sure, just like Cabral said.
So how do they move down? How do they move down?
No,
You had the Cowboys in your
they'll
top
stay
5.
at 7. They'll stay at 7 for me.
That's
okay. That's fucking
Seven's a
crazy.
little nuts,
That's
dude.
fucking crazy.
If you had him at like 4 or 5, I would be like, okay, that's fine.
Maybe
But to
they'll
leave
move.
him-
They'll maybe move a spot or 2 up, but
putting the Ravens over them, that's respectable.
in the Eagles.
Well, that's why they're moving down in mine because I'm moving the Ravens up and potentially the Bengals.
Well, you had him at 4, so it's like
Yeah, so I might put Chiefs down to 5. Or no, they'll probably stay at 4 because the Dolphins now fall below the Chiefs in my rankings.
yeah. I think I had them right next to each other. I actually think I had the Dolphins over them.
Yeah.
So
So they definitely surpassed them.
yeah,
Well,
But
I
I
think
think
we should
the-
save our rankings for Thursday.
Yeah, we will.
no, 100%.
But
So-
I'm just saying,
We're-
the Ravens 2 fucking ass whoopings of like solid teams. I gotta move them above.
I mean,
That's-
I will say, Patrick Mahomes didn't have the greatest of games, but that defense, man, that defense just keeps holding fucking teams.
yeah, L'Jarius Sneed with low key locking up Hill.
Chris Jones almost fucking blew it for them though.
Oh,
That rough in the passer, like.
yeah.
Oh no, it wasn't even rough in the passer. He rough with the lineman.
unnecessary roughness.
Yeah,
I
that was to
forgot.
like tie the game, but they still went like 3-0.
No, but honestly, I hate to say it, but Tua kind of blew that game with that throw. I thought it might have got tipped at first. It was just like a little floppy
Cedric
ball.
Wilson was wide open.
I know.
Yeah.
Sad.
So I mean, here's my question, Cabral. Like, if you were to rate your percentage like 1 through 100, going off of like, you're thinking the Dolphins are like Super Bowl. What's your panic meter at?
My panic meter for them winning the Super Bowl is probably like 80 because the AFC is so fucking stacked. Like there's so many good teams. It's like hard.
And they
Like-
can't win against good teams.
They beat the Jags and the Ravens. Kidding.
Yeah, I just wanted
Who,
to.
the Dolphins?
They would beat them.
I doubt it.
Really?
They would.
Ravens defense
I could-
is pretty elite.
Tua
could
threw
see
like 6 touchdowns against the Ravens last year. Comeback win down like 28.
Like a top 3 defense this year.
I don't know why. I feel like they'd be closer with the Ravens than they would the Jags for some weird reason.
Yeah, what I'm looking at with the Chiefs here, going off like, oh, the Dolphins can't beat good teams. Who have the Chiefs beaten? Because
Facts.
that's like I'm looking at the
Facts.
schedule
Are
right
the
now.
Jaguars not a good team?
I mean,
Are the Lions not a good team?
they lost to them.
Bro, they
Oh
lost against
fuck!
Lions.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah, they beat the Jags by 8. They beat the Dolphins by 7. But
So
I mean,
that's a good team too.
one possession game.
I know what he's doing here. He's trying to He's trying to say that so he can get his Ravens take off that the Ravens blew out the
'Cause-
Lions and the Seahawks.
Yeah.
I know you too well, bro.
I want to say
Ravens are
though,
over here 30-piece and great teams.
I'm
so-
not debating fucking Chiefs and Ravens. I already told you if you want to put the Ravens over them, I respect that. It's probably a fair statement. It's probably more than fair. No one's debating that. I'm just saying there's no argument that you can say that the Chiefs are an ass team.
well, Zach Wilson legit outdueled him. Still lost
Facts.
the game
We're not
Played
talking
better.
about Patrick Mahomes. We're talking about the Chiefs as a whole team.
though. No, I love Mahomes though. So I'm just trying to prove a
I
point.
don't think they're that good.
Create a narrative.
You don't think they're that good? All I gotta say is 5 straight AFC Championship games, 3 Super Bowls within those time frames. But anyways, let's move on. Probably a short summary here. Browns 27, Cardinals 0. Cardinals didn't stand a chance.
Fucking bullshit.
I told Music last week. He was like, "Bro, Kyler Murray's playing." I was like, "Dude, he's not playing."
It's all
He's
good.
like, no, he's activated.
I was 1 week early. I just wanted a quick shout out last week. Anyone that tuned in last week, I had some crazy field goal bet. Every team in the 1 o'clock slate to hit a field goal came 1 short last week. What do you know? Comes 1 short again this week. Fucking Cardinals putting up 0 points. Are you kidding me?
They didn't stand a chance with Clayton Tune. That dude was not good in college, and he's certainly not going to be good in the
Just
NFL.
needed 1 field goal.
And especially against that dog pound defense. Like,
yeah. I had the pleasure of versing the Cleveland Browns defense in fantasy football. They had 7 sacks, I think 2 interceptions, and 1 fumble recovery.
yeah, we had like 22 points off him.
Yeah, no, it was 23.
And my kicker gave you the meat, Young Hui Koo.
Yeah, you did give me the meat. Not gonna lie. But yeah, I mean, fucking Browns wagon.
Defense of the wagon. I'm not confident
That
in them.
AFC North. I know the Ravens are nasty, but they haven't run away with it yet.
No,
all
they
I'm
have-
saying is they have only one more win, or at least one less loss than the Browns, the Steelers, because they won on Thursday Night Football, and if the Bengals win tonight, straight dogfight in the AFC North.
No, the Bengals are coming. They're coming.
I'm still not sold on Deshaun Watson. Like,
Dude,
Oh,
Watson
dude,
sucks.
it's sold, dude.
His-
Fuck. I mean, I've gone past the auction. Like, I already bought like an item,
Did
and
you
like
see-
he's just gone.
Did you see his how happy he was with that passing touchdown? And it was like tipped 5 times.
Oh,
Dude,
yeah.
he was celebrating like he threw a game-winning touchdown.
I would take Joshua Dobbs over Deshaun Watson right now.
That's a good point. I honestly don't disagree. I really don't.
he would be fucking nasty on the Browns.
Dude,
No, I
like-
love Dobbs.
Like, and imagine if you know what's crazy is that Cleveland doesn't even have Nick Chubb right now.
No, true. That's a good point. They could be so much better.
They really could.
That's so weird thinking about. I honestly forgot about that injury.
Like, I think if he doesn't go down against the Steelers, they might win that game. They might.
Yeah, no, you got a point.
Actually, I think they did win that game though. No, I think the Steelers won it.
Well, I'm just saying because he's
Yeah,
like
it's good.
arguably the best running back in the NFL. Like that's obviously a big difference.
Yeah.
I think they lucked out with getting Kareem Hunt back. He already knew the system. He has like 5 straight games with a touchdown.
Now that I think about it, now that I said like I didn't remember like the Steelers and Browns like week 2, like damn, we're more than halfway through the NFL regular season.
Dude, it flies by. It sucks.
I know. I feel like kind of depressed thinking about it. Cuz we're newcomers. So once football season ends, we're going to have to find shit to talk about.
Celtics.
Baseball.
Baseball. That shit don't start till like May.
Yeah, it's springtime.
No way we're
Bro,
talking
football wraps up in February.
No
It's
way
like
we're
1 month
talking
away.
about baseball for fucking an hour and a half.
1
like
month
one-
away. It's 3
No,
months
like
away.
from February.
3 months from
It's like
February.
a month and a half away after February. Bro, they start up in like April, dude.
March,
They
April.
start
May.
up in April.
like spring training. Yeah.
Dude, I don't know
Don't
if
get so mad.
I don't know if I could sit here and talk about baseball for an hour. And a
I
half.
could do basketball for sure. I might get into hockey. Dabble.
We're gonna have to do a fantasy baseball league, so you guys are like,
No, we'll do some type of
Interested.
competition. Like we'll draft like home run players or something.
I wanted to do an NBA fantasy.
That would have been fun.
Yeah.
It is fun. I've done it.
But anyways, let's move on. Buccaneers 37, Texans 39. CJ Stroud is him.
He really is. That kid's fucking nasty. He broke Andrew Luck's single game record for like yards by a rookie.
Yeah, 475 passing yards and 5 touchdowns in the air. The crazy part is that the Texans won that game. They didn't even have a kicker. Their second string running back or their third string running back was the kicker, and he actually made a field goal.
No, it was electric.
crazy.
How
I started him a kicker this week too.
how bad do you think the Panthers are kicking themselves in the ass, thinking they should have took Stroud?
I don't know, because like here's the thing. As bad as Bryce Young looks, and we'll get into that later, you need to have the right system
Yeah,
and the
100%.
right weapons around you to be able to succeed. I personally thought hiring Frank Reich for the Panthers was a terrible move. I didn't think he had a good stint in Indy, and for them to hire him in Carolina was just bad. And I know he has, he has Chark, he has Thielen around him, but like that's not much. I mean, he does look bad, and but do I think Stroud would have done better? Probably. But Stroud also, D'Amico Ryans is a hell of a head coach. So far, he's proven that. And he also has weapons around him like Tank Dell, Nico Collins, and they're young. The Texans are young.
No, yeah, they're coming in a few years, dude.
But if you're a Texans fan, you got to feel good about like your future going forward. I mean, the fact that you have 4 wins right now, when you probably weren't projected to have the greatest season. I mean, I don't know what their win total was. Probably like 3 to 5, maybe.
I was gonna say 5.5, 4.5, probably.
Yeah, probably like somewhere between like 3 and 5. Like you got to be ecstatic right now because you're probably gonna get at least 7.
You have the rookie of the year. He already has it on locks if he doesn't get hurt.
100%.
And they don't even have their best starting cornerback, Stingley Jr.
Oh, fact. That's a good point,
They
actually.
haven't had him the whole year.
But I was going to bring up about Frank Reich. Like, I honestly don't think he's an awful. I mean, I think he's a bad head coach, but he kind of like In Indy, he had to work with dirtbag like Giesbag, Matt Ryan, and Phil Rivers, and he kind of revived Wentz a little bit statistically. He had like his
You know what's
best
crazy?
season
Yeah,
since
I was about to
MVP.
say because Wentz didn't do too bad when he was there, and
I
I think they were one game off of the playoffs and they lost.
Well,
against-
Wentz actually lost him that game too. It sucks.
so that kind of sealed it
Yeah.
for Wentz's career, and then he went to Washington and shit the bed.
But I think that season in Indy, he had like 27 touchdowns, so only 7 picks. Like
Yeah,
right?
I'm pretty sure he had like a pretty good season statistically.
Indy used to be the OC for Philly with Wentz.
Really?
Yeah, but Reich's just known as like kind of a quarterback guru. It's not working out with Bryce.
Yeah, I knew that, but I don't know. Yeah, I mean Bryce does look bad.
But they kind of said the same thing about Josh McDaniels. Like, oh, he's some quarterback guru.
Yeah.
Dude.
I mean, we did say before the season, like, we didn't think Bryce Young was going to pan out.
No, I didn't even think he was that good at college.
Bro,
I think
he
it was Bama.
He had 3 times to like drive it down the field. He threw a pick. 3 drives in a row.
Yeah, we'll get into that game in a bit. But yeah, I mean, C.J. Stroud's him, and you got to feel absolutely fantastic about being a Texans fan going forward. So congratulations to the Texans. Compared to us as New England fans, we don't know where we're at, but if you're a Texans fan, hey, you got a future. Be happy.
Yeah, the Pats are about to start their next rebuild again. This rebuild failed.
Yeah, we're not even in rebuild right now. We're just in fucking pain.
Hell.
Yeah, I mean, I know you're not a Pats fan, but I still consider myself a Pats fan. I mean, I do love the Bengals, but at heart, I'm a Pats fan.
I mean, I'm always going to be a Pat. I'm never not going to be a Patriots.
Exactly, but you got to root for someone, you know. But yeah, so next game we got the Bears 17, Saints 24. I want to go on a rant real quick. I fucking hate Taysom Hill. He's the worst. Inconvenient. Unless you like have a lucky week starting him in fantasy, he's inconvenient for fantasy. He's inconvenient for bets. He's just inconvenient.
No, that guy sucks, honestly. He's like my least favorite player in the league.
He's literally the worst.
He's such a pest.
You know what's
Why?
funny, though? Is, like, you think he would have, like, off and on games this year, but 3 games in a row, he has 15-plus points.
I know, he's scoring 3 straight weeks.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
I feel like every year that we go on streaks, like it's 3-4 weeks in a row where he's just a piece of shit and ruined everyone's lives.
I'm just tired of it, dude. Like, I've had Kamara like multiple years in fantasy. I don't have him this year, but this week I took him in props. I took him over 4.5 receptions, and he only got 4.
Yeah.
Because all they want to do is give the ball to fucking Taysom Hill. I think I've lost a few bets because of Taysom Hill, like, just getting touchdowns and, like, being a pest. Like, I hate him. There's nothing good about him.
Not at all, dude. He sucks.
I know he's like a gadget player and like, you know, it looks fun and all that stuff. I feel like for anyone else, like it'd be fun, like when that happens, like once in a while. But he's just annoying. Like no enjoyment like comes out of it when he does that shit.
Because he like consistently does it on a year-to-year basis. It's not like some random like, oh, that was fucking sick. Like this
Yeah, it's
guy.
not like when like the Texans used to put in J.J. Watt at like tight end.
Exactly.
Like that's fun. That's fun to watch.
Dude, they'll be on, like, the 5-yard line, and he'll just throw a touchdown. Like, honestly, how mad do you think Derek Carr is that he just gets touchdowns taken away? In
No,
the red
come
zone?
on.
Well, Derek Carr's not mad. I don't think any of the Saints are mad about that because, I mean, you're not going to apologize for a teammate scoring a touchdown. Like, obviously, if you're a Saints fan, you fucking love it. But if you're anyone else, I hate it, dude. Like, it's annoying.
I feel like Kamara might have a little problem with it. Because he's one of those guys that I feel like if he gets fed, like, his touches, like, if someone dives into his touches, I feel like he'd be upset.
I don't know. He's a little older now, so, I mean, they're kind of spreading the ball out to everyone. Like, Jamal Williams was getting touches. Their guy Miller in the backfield, he was getting touches.
Yeah, I don't got too much from the Saints game. Just Kamara going under on the catches is tough by 0.5. Taysom Hill's definitely a pest, though. Dude's got to go. Of course, I was playing him in fantasy. Like, of course, my opponent's starting Taysom Hill this week. 2 touchdowns.
Taysom Hill's like past his time though. Imagine what he would have done in a Tom Brady Patriots offense. They would have loved that guy.
Oh, my God. He would have been fucking unreal.
And we were watching the Bengals game, and the Bengals just scored.
Who other?
I don't know.
Whoever
81.
81 is.
Yeah. So I have a question about the Bears. Is Tyson Bagent the guy?
Honestly, he doesn't look bad.
He doesn't honestly look terrible.
No, he looks better than Fields.
He kept him in the game for like a long time. I think they were up like pretty much the whole first half. And then they only lost by a touchdown. So
He has some fucking whales, dude.
Yeah, I know.
There was so many third downs, he just escaped the pocket and ran for a first down.
yeah, I mean he gets his heart from his dad. Have
Dude.
you heard about that story?
No.
His dad's like a 37-time like world arm wrestling champ or whatever.
What the
Yeah,
fuck?
Yeah, I heard that.
It's so funny. But were you gonna say something, Joe?
I don't remember.
All right. Next game, we got the Seahawks 3, Ravens 37. Go off, Moose.
Ravens flock, rise up, baby.
Let's
We're
not even
here. Got the jersey on and everything.
Every time Safal says music, say go off. All he says is Ravens flock.
Ravens flock,
Yup.
rise
Let's
up.
fucking go, baby. We're here. 30 piece again? Come on.
Give your thoughts on the game. Go in
Dude,
depth.
I thought it was fucking phenomenal. Great Ravens football. Great defense. 3 points. Everyone had Seahawks as a top 10 team.
That's facts. Top 10 offense.
Didn't you have the Seahawks as a top 10 team?
I don't think they're on my most recent list.
I think he had him in the HM.
Pretty sure I didn't.
Oh, I don't have your list.
Well, Music might be a fraud. Just we'll figure that out. later
Not a
on.
fraud at all, actually. Definitely bet on them today. Cash a nice bet.
I bet on them too. I was the one saying they are 18-1 against the NFC. He doesn't lose against the NFC. But the problem is that he's in the AFC and he's never made it past the second round.
So what we're saying though is, if the Ravens do make it to the Super Bowl, they should win because of their record against the NFC.
No, honestly, that's so good that you brought that up. I didn't think about this till now when you said it. If Ravens make the Super Bowl, we got to make a podcast game of the year. Ravens money line.
100%.
Lock it in.
Do we know who that one loss is?
I wish we could figure it
I'm
out.
trying to think. It
Didn't
was
they
probably
ver-
like 2 years ago or something.
I was gonna say I remember they versed both Green Bay Rodgers and Bucks Brady at some point. So if I had to guess, it's probably one of those two.
I'm trying to think. I think they beat the Bucks. It might be, honestly, because he played Brady twice. He beat them when he was still with the Patriots. I remember that primetime game.
But that's not NFC.
But yeah, no.
Jackson's only loss to an NFC came last season when the Giants topped the Ravens 24-0.
I was thinking it was Roger the Brady, but it's fucking Daniel Jones. Like,
That's
are you
gross.
serious?
He must have got hurt that game or something. 24-0?
Yeah. Sure.
No, 24-20.
Oh. Damn.
I mean, the Giants were kind of a wagon last season.
Good defense last year.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of when it happened. Yeah, I think I do remember that. I think he fumbled at the end of the game. I remember that.
But yeah, I mean, the Ravens just
did.
dominated them. That game was barely on red zone. It was probably, it was supposed to be the best 1 o'clock game, and then that ended up probably being the Buccaneers and Houston, or maybe the Vikings and Falcons. But, yeah, I mean, dude, the Ravens just dominated. And, I mean, that's why I keep saying, they're the top. They might be in my one this week.
Then you won.
Definitely my number one.
Yeah.
It's either them or Philly.
Yeah.
But I just want to.
It'd be hard to bounce Philly.
I'm not discrediting Mr. Jackson at all, but this defense, their run game, everything is just perfect about this team. All he has to do is not fuck up. Like, literally, he just has to manage the game.
Bro, and he's been looking good throwing it. He just doesn't have a lot of touchdowns. But
No,
he's
yeah.
been looking good.
No, that's what I'm saying. Just be a good game manager, and they're going to be a great team.
I'm curious what he would look like against like a Philly team.
I wish they got
They would win
Philly on the
against
schedule.
Philly.
Oh, yeah, they're NFC. They'd win.
Yeah. You got to mark it down.
You got to say, what are they going to look like versus the Bengals, the Bills, and the Chiefs?
They already beat the Bengals
Well,
Once.
before the Bengals
Yep.
turned it on.
in Cincy.
That doesn't count. You throw out the record books when it's weeks 1 through 4 with the Bengals. We've been over this. You throw that out.
Yeah, you do. It's been the past 3 years.
Same with the Steelers. Like when the Ravens and Steelers play, you throw it out
You do.
because anyone wins that game.
Very factual.
But let's calm down on shitting on the Ravens. We got to give them their flowers. They had a dominant team against I'd say a good portion of people probably had Seattle as a top 10 team going into this week.
Yeah,
they were
borderline.
number 1 in the NFC West. Now they fall down to number 2. 49ers are back on top. But, yeah, I mean, the 49ers won on their bye week. Congratulations, Joe.
I don't know. I'm excited to see Chase Young next week.
Oh, yeah. I forgot they got Chase Young. Yeah, that's going to be crazy.
Boza and Young coming off the edge is fucking nuts.
Bro, and then Hargrave in the middle, too. Like, that, their D-line's fucking nasty.
McCaffrey scoring touchdowns on offense.
Yep, that too. Now they just got to worry about Brock Purdy.
Yes, sir.
He's their only problem.
He's like their X factor. Like, they need him to, like, just not fuck up and lose them games.
I feel like Debo might be a big play to them, too, because ever since he's been out, they haven't won.
Yeah,
Lost 3 straight.
He opens up the hole like 90% of the time. He goes in motion. So
Even like the screens, like the wide receiver screens, he would like crib those a couple 2 years ago.
Yeah, and the defense is now just focusing on Ayuk. Like, I feel like Debo being out doesn't affect Kittle being a tight end and doesn't affect McCaffrey too much being a running back.
Yeah. So, next game, we got the Packers 20, Rams 3. Not much to say about this game. I mean, the Packers won a game they should have won. When I saw that the line was Packers favorited by 3.5, I kind of knew they were going to win because the way they've been playing previous weeks gave me no indication that they should be a favorite. So the fact that they were a favorite just kind of proved the point to where the line was sketchy.
We've been saying this a lot recently, but I can't believe we fucking were hyping up Jordan Love the way we were. That guy sucks.
bro,
Yeah, like, even in a 20-3 win, like, nothing impressed me. They're still ass. The Rams played fucking, what's his name, Brett Ripon?
Yeah,
Like-
like a bum.
the game was 7-3 for like 2 hours long.
No, I know.
Yeah, I feel like it should have been way more than what it was.
While we're on this game, though, what is going on with Cooper Kupp?
Three games in a row under 40 yards.
Yeah, I mean, you can give him a pass for this game. I mean, they versed fucking Brett Ripon.
No, I know, but still 3 straight weeks under 40 yards for the guy, like 2 years removed from the greatest season ever. Like, it's just crazy.
Maybe
And it's
he's
not
getting
even
old.
Yeah.
Well, it's weird because he had the first 2 games he was back from the injury. He had like 100+ yards both games.
Yeah.
And then he just fell off.
No,
Makes
I
no
know.
sense.
But it's not even like Puka's been going off these past few weeks.
Yeah, I mean, congrats to the Packers winning a meaningless game. They probably should have lost this one so they can get a better draft pick.
Legit.
But let's move on. This game was absolutely electric. We got the Vikings 31, Falcons 28. I know you want to say something. Go.
Yeah, this was an electric game. You were right. Josh Dobbs coming in for the injured. Was it Jaron Hall?
Yeah.
I think that was a Viking starting quarterback. Got hurt first quarter. Josh Dobbs coming in. Just got traded there less than a week ago. Crazy. He's pulling off the stunner.
What's not to love about Josh Dobbs, dude?
know.
It's like electric to watch.
I'm like happy for him because like he could probably succeed in Minnesota. Like I've been saying all season, like Minnesota's not as bad as their record, dude. And if they had Kirk Cousins, they probably would be going to the playoffs. I think all their losses are like ones. I think all their games in general actually are 1-score games. The
Just
same
like
as
last year.
season. Like
Yeah.
they just, I mean, they compete and like, dude, they were like low key sad that they lost Kirk. They were all wearing Kirk Cousins jersey today. Red Zone made sure we fucking saw that. No, one thing I wanted to say about Red Zone was like, dude, I love Scott Hansen. Don't get me wrong. That dude was talking way too much today. It was so bad.
His voice is starting to annoy me a little
Did
bit.
anyone notice that? Like, something happened. I think it was in like the Browns Zona game, and like he was going on and on and on, and he didn't know what was going on, but he just kept talking. And I'm like, dude, just shut up.
I don't know what game it was in or like what the exact words were, but we were laughing about it at Jack's earlier. He was like, "You can't do a boink a winky here." Like it just didn't make any sense. Or like
No,
a winky
dude,
did.
I love Scott Hansen. Guy's the fucking GOAT. Brings us the best television like of all time. There's no question about that. But slow it down. You don't need to talk so much. We love hearing your voice, but it's like slow down.
I have 2 questions regarding Scott. One, did he ever have to piss during the 7 hours?
I
Like-
think he's went through that before.
But I mean, just like it's
I don't
I
know
couldn't do
I
it.
don't know the answer to that, but like he has like talked about it before.
I would like to see an inside scoop on his whole day on a red zone day. Honestly,
Kind of like Kirk Herbstreit does with college football. Yeah.
My other question though was, who takes over red zone when he retires? It's gonna be a sad fucking day.
I don't know. He's like young. I feel like
We got him at least.
Yeah.
Well, we're into football.
Yeah, I was about to say. I don't know about that.
Yeah, I know, we got at least another
Maybe our
30,
grandkids.
20 to 30 years.
Yeah. But, yeah, Josh Dobbs pulling off the comeback win for the Vikings. I got to say, dude, if Josh Dobbs doesn't go in that game, the Vikings are losing that. 100%.
100%.
Dude, they couldn't even get a fucking playoff with the other kid.
No, I know.
Yeah. And, the Falcons did end up scoring more points with Taylor Heineke. They just couldn't. I don't know. Their offense shows up, and now their defense sucks.
Bro,
But they don't give Bijan the fucking ball either. It sucks. It's mad annoying.
Yeah, so I had a stat. I don't know if I could find
It was like the first 4 weeks and the last 3 or something.
No, it was like something where like I think the Falcons got the ball like down to the 1 yard line, and like how it went was like first and goal. They did something.
it was a screen to Jonah, the second play for a loss of yards.
Yeah, I think it was something like that. They like passed it to Jonnu, and then like the second play was like a false start, and then they did like a jet sweep to Jonnu, and then they like pass it to someone. I'm fucking up on that stat, but it was something, and it was like Bijan Robinson was on the field. None of those plays.
Can we
It's
just talk
ridiculous.
about how Jonah Smith is getting like 6 wide receiver screens a game? I mean, he cribbed one, a 70-yarder, but like, where is that with Bijan and Pitts? Drake London doesn't even get fucking screens, and he's wide receiver.
It's just wild that like they literally have like 2 of the most like hyped up prospects coming out of college, like probably in a long time. Like Kyle Pitts was like the most hyped tight end like probably ever to come out of college, and then Bijan in recent memory, probably since like Saquon Barkley, was like the most hyped running back to come into the league, and just doesn't use him. It's kind of a crime.
No, it is a crime. Arthur Smith should be in fucking prison.
Every
Sentence
time you
life.
see Falcons in the red zone, it's Algier in the backfield.
Yeah.
And Algiers good, but I'm just saying, like, why draft Bijan if you're gonna do that?
It doesn't make any sense at all.
Bijan and Pitts, top 10 picks, and London, bro, they just don't use them.
Because imagine if Atlanta like didn't pick Bijan and like slipped to Philly.
Oh my God, him on Philly would be like crack in the 80s, honestly, to watch.
I mean, Philly got Jalen Carter out of it, so I feel like it would have been a win-win for them. 'Cause
Yeah.
Jalen Carter's a fucking dog.
Well, it's like Jalen Carter
Dog.
and Swift. Jalen Carter and Swift or Bijan. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause they probably wouldn't have traded for Swift at that point.
Yeah, I mean they're 8-1 now, so
Yeah.
no complaints.
But do you think with Jefferson coming back next week, they could sneak into the playoffs with Dobbs at quarterback?
Absolutely, in the NFC, that like, I feel like let me look at the standings, but I feel like it's not as competitive as the AFC. And as it stands right now, I believe they are in the playoff picture.
Bro, imagine
So-
it was on like some Nick Foles type shit and Dobbs led them to the Super Bowl.
That would be some wild shit. But yeah, as it stands right now, Minnesota's 5-4. Teams that are above them is Philly's 8-1, Dallas is 5-3, Detroit's 6-2, New Orleans is 5-4, San Fran's 5-3, and Seattle's 5-3. The only ones close to them is Atlanta at 4-5, Washington's 4-5, but that'll slip. And then the Bucks are maybe the Bucks and Rams both at 3-5 and 3-6. I don't know.
Well, the Vikings did something similar in recent years. They went to the conference championship with Keenum.
They did do that with Keenum. Yeah, Case Keenum.
And honestly, the past few weeks, Flores is turning that defense around. They're starting to look like a legit defense, too.
I thought Flores was a pretty good head coach. Don't get me wrong. Mike McDaniel's definitely better. But, I mean, Flores obviously didn't have the locker room in Miami. That was the problem.
I think he did have the locker room, and he was a good coach, but the guy hated Tua. Like, that, the ownership made the Tua pick. Flores literally came out and said he wanted Herbert.
Yeah.
And then, Flores just didn't want to see Tua succeed type shit.
Yeah, I mean, it was a good move by Miami, no doubt. But I do think he was a good coach.
Yeah, I thought he was.
Because he was turning them around.
No, he was. Like, at Flores' first year in Miami, we had the worst defense in the league. The next, 3 years we had Flores, we were top 3 defense each year, because of Flores. That guy knows how to coach a defense.
Yeah, and you obviously didn't have the weapons you had yet on offense.
I know. The dream would have been McDaniel, at least OC, Flores head coach, or McDaniel head coach, Flores DC. That would be an insane duo.
That would be an insane duo. But,
2 completely different
I mean,
personalities.
you guys do have Vic Fangio, so.
Yeah. It just hasn't come
Pretty
together
good
yet.
fucking DC.
Yeah, probably one of the best ever. But
yeah, let's move on. Yeah, that's unfortunate for the Falcons. They don't use their tough draft picks. So, next game, we have the Commanders 20, Patriots 17.
I was the one asshole who took the Patriots this week, and I'm not even a fan.
I know, we all
Yikes.
took the Commanders.
Washington.
I'm just done. Like, I don't, like, if like the first couple weeks of the season, because coming into the season, I didn't think the Patriots were going to be bad. I thought they, like, might compete for a playoff spot. And then, like, the first 3 weeks, they were, like, playing in games, like, against the Eagles and Dolphins. Where it was like, all right, those are respectable teams to lose close games to. And then they just get blown out by the Saints. They just look so bad.
I think their season ended after that Saints loss. It was, like, demoralizing.
Absolutely.
I'm honestly happy that we're losing. I want a high draft pick.
But
Yeah,
like you were
I'm down to tank at this point.
like you were saying, you didn't think they were going to be bad. I don't know if it's just where we're located, but literally everyone I talked to, it was between 8 and 10 wins they all thought the Pats would get to.
I think I had them at like 8 or 9.
Because there was just no way where you could be worse than last year.
And everyone thought Bill O'Brien would turn around the offense. Like, people were hyped up for Zeke, even though he's a little washed.
Had a couple free agents: Juju Smith, Mike Gesicki,
And no one thought
Zeke.
no one thought the defense would be this bad. Granted, you lost your first round corner and Judon.
Yeah,
And Judon's like a staple of the defense.
losing your two. Those are probably the two best players on defense.
I think
100%.
next year our defense will definitely be actually like a top 10 defense, but the offense is like it needs so much work. Quarterback, we need another running back. I don't think Ramondre can
Need a
carry it.
receiver.
I think we
dude.
definitely need a receiver in there.
I have no receivers.
Yeah,
If-
you
I
guys
think-
probably have the worst positional group in the NFL.
I think Marvin Harrison Jr. is our best bet. If we
That
have a
would
top-
that would be a good pick if we had like the number 2. That could turn it around. Marvin Harrison is a fucking wagon. I
He's
know
a
you guys don't
playmaker.
watch college football that much, but he is nasty.
Well, I know he's like the best wide receiver prospect in fucking years.
He's very good. He's like single-handedly why Ohio State is that good because I mean their defense is good, but that offense would be nothing without him because Kyle McCord, their quarterback, is ass.
Really?
And like whenever they need a bailout play, it's always Marvin Harrison.
Dude,
it's insane.
I looked at his game log like last week. He has like 7 games in a row with 180 yards and a touchdown.
Yeah, he's crazy. No, and he's like literally the bailout guy. Like whenever Kyle McCord gets in trouble, or like whenever they need a big play, it's always Marvin Harrison. It's nuts.
Can you just imagine, though, if the Bears are somehow able to get Caleb and him? And then, like, dude, for years, just having them two and DJ Moore and Cole Kmet would be ridiculous.
That would be pretty ridiculous.
Like, they could be, like, a rival for that division in year one if they got both of them.
Yeah. Nothing.
Panthers really
Nah, I don't-
fucked
I mean-
everything up, dude. Like, they made the Bears nasty if that happens.
Oh, I know.
The Bears are set up for pretty good success if they don't screw it up.
Well, what do you think?
One other takeaway from the Pats Commanders game: Sam Howell honestly looks pretty good.
Sam
I said
Howell's
that
awesome.
last
he's been
week.
lighting
Dude,
it up.
He was 6th in the league in passing.
Yeah, and he had another good game, so he's going to be 5th or 4th.
Probably.
I'd say he looked really good most of the game, but he had like such a bad interception at Duggar.
Yeah, that was disgusting in the red
Dude.
zone.
That was like bad. Like that might have been the worst pick I seen today. Like worse than Bryce Young.
It definitely was. I was pretty pissed off.
Is Stroud top 5 in passing in the league?
He might be after this week. I mean, 475.
I think he was like 7 going into
And
this
like
week.
this is like a very like, you know, correct me if I'm wrong. I feel like it's a very down year for QBs. Like there's a lot of top tier QBs who have like 7, 8 picks right now.
I think
Yeah, you're
defenses
right.
are just getting better. I think Josh Allen leads in picks this year.
Well, Mahomes is sitting at 8, which is his most in a while.
I don't know if Josh Allen's at.
It's 'cause he
number
sucks.
1.
Shut the fuck
Yeah,
up.
guy who has 2 Super Bowl rings probably could retire today, be a Hall of Famer. He sucks. Got it. Makes sense.
Yep.
Nothing. No.
They stink.
Thank you.
They stink. He stinks.
Did they or did they not win the Super Bowl last year?
Fluke.
Is 2 Super Bowl the fluke?
T. Higgins.
Changing the topic.
Yep, changing the topic. All right, let's move on after that. Raiders 30, Giants 6.
Shout out our boy Aiden.
Yep, Aiden O'Connell catching his first dub as a starter.
Yes, sir.
Hometown, Quincy, Massachusetts. But no, seriously. I mean, I brought up that stat that interim head coaches are 14-9 straight up entering their first game as an interim head coach. That guy seems like he has the locker room.
100%. No doubt. Jacobs had his best game of the year with this guy, too.
Yep.
Yeah, 100 yards, 2 touchdowns.
I mean, they were just lighting it up. I mean, Daniel Jones did get hurt, so that
Oh.
kind of screwed them over.
Dude, that didn't even matter. Like,
Yeah. So, I mean, they just paid Daniel Jones a bag. Good for Daniel Jones. But, like, if you're the Giants right now, like, you have to be kicking yourselves in the ass.
Oh, I know.
Because now you're looking at you could have a top draft pick, and, like, you have to stick with this guy for probably another year.
Well, if they could get May or Williams, any of these guys, I think they'd probably still draft them and just they wouldn't get anything good in return. Try to trade Jones or just keep him as backup, even though you're paying him all that money. He's never gonna get you anywhere. If you have the chance to take Williams, you do it. No shit, like obviously.
Yeah, no, 100%. But
I think the Cardinals might be pushing for number 1 pick.
they are.
Well, or at least number 2. Because, there we go, Jamar. Wow.
no way.
Fuck.
But do you think part of the reason these interim coaches have a good record is because teams can't prepare for this? Like they haven't been preparing for this new guy's system, you know?
I'd probably say that's probably the most
He's in.
likely reason why.
He's in. That's touchdown.
The other thing to look at, though, is like... Thanks. Just interrupt me. But the other thing to look at is, like... You gotta think about, like, who they're playing. Like, last season when Jeff Saturday took over, like, the Raiders are a joke last year.
yeah.
Like, it's so bad. And, the interim head coaches just win.
Yeah.
Like, that's what it is.
No, I know.
Next time this happens, we might need to throw in a bet on them.
Yeah, so I was gonna bring up, like, Joe Mixon, let's go.
Yeah.
I was gonna bring up when Brandon Staley gets fired next week for losing to the Jets on primetime, we're slamming the Chargers money line the next week.
It's the Chargers. They're just going to keep this guy. They don't want to win. They would have fired him last year. They would have fired him 2 years ago. They
He's
just don't
gotta
want to
get
win.
fired like by the end of the season.
Yeah, I think he's on the hot seat.
He's 100. He's been on the hot seat for
Say-
like a year and a half now.
I know.
I heard Ron Rivera could be on the hot seat too for Washington.
100%. Him too.
I mean, he hasn't done anything.
There's a lot of coaches on the hot seat. I mean,
Belichick's on the hot
Even
seat.
Frank Reich with the Panthers.
I
too.
don't think Belichick's on the hot seat
No.
because he signed that secret extension.
Yeah, I don't think he is. There's no way.
There's no way they trade him or
There's no
get
way.
rid of him.
I'd say he's on the hot seat.
If I'm the Crafts, I think I would probably fire him.
There's no way you get rid
But
of him.
like Matt Eberflus for the Bears,
Hot seat.
hot seat.
You think Dable might be on the hot seat?
Nah,
Or
it's
now
only
come
his
on.
second year. He had a good first year, so that kind of like
Yeah, made the playoffs.
if he had like a bad. See, here's the thing: like Dable can't control Daniel Jones getting hurt. That's the thing.
Yeah, you're right.
And Dable also can't control that Daniel Jones was the one that the Giants fucking paid.
Yeah, you're right again. I get what you're saying.
Because like they were good last year. That was the thing.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I mean, other than that, I can't really think of any other coaches like off the top of my head that are on the hot seat. Because like I mean, D'Amico Ryans, he's looking like a sure thing.
Yep.
Like not far from the hot seat.
I mean, if we're counting assistant coaches, Matt Canada should be fired by now.
Yeah, probably. But
Dude, who's the Cardinals coach? Is it Gannon? I thought he was like
Yeah,
I
it's
thought he was,
Jonathan
like, the
Gannon.
CEO though. He's like the head coach.
yeah, he's the head coach.
I mean, is he on the? Even though he's new,
I don't think
this is
he's on the.
first
hot
year.
I don't
Yeah,
think he's
no.
on the hot seat.
Yeah,
I think the Cardinals
It's only 1
organization
year.
wants them to tank.
Yeah, they were never.
Yeah, I think they like him too.
They were never in like a position to succeed. He definitely got put in a shitty situation though.
Oh, worst situation in football.
I think they like him, like as the organization standpoint.
Bro, he had Joshua Dobbs to start with. Marquise Brown, wide receiver.
Yeah,
one.
now he's using fucking Clayton Tune.
Maybe a new segment we can kind of get in now that we're talking about it. We can like give grades to head coaches going forward.
I like that.
Yeah, do like hot seat coaches, something like that. We'll think about it throughout the week. But yeah, next game: Panthers 13, Colts 27.
The 20-point streak's alive.
20-point
Still
streak is alive. 14 points of those were off of 2 pick sixes from the Colts. Bryce Young is looking bad.
Very bad.
Awful. Like, legit awful.
There was one, the second pick six he had, dude, it was a screen pass. And, like, listen, I'm a short guy myself, but I don't play quarterback. All I'm saying is, like, it looked like he threw that pass way over Miles Sanders' head because he literally could not fucking see over his O-lineman. So he just threw it up, and it went right over Miles Sanders, right into the fucking Colts defender, and there was no stopping that pick six. It was so bad.
You think he's the worst number one overall like quarterback selected in years?
I'd have to look back at it, but it's not looking good.
Maybe worse since Jameis, but Jameis didn't look too bad like how Young looks now.
I don't think anyone's gonna be worse than Ryan Leaf.
I don't think Leaf was drafted one.
Or I think
he
Manning was
drafted
still
two.
one.
Oh, I
Yeah,
thought it was Manning too. I'm bugging.
yeah.
No.
I mean, Manning had a bad rookie year though. No one really talks about that much, and that's what. Well, actually, people talked about it when Trevor Lawrence had a bad rookie year, but that was under Urban Meyer.
Yeah.
But when Trevor Lawrence had a bad rookie year, people were like, "Oh, Peyton Manning, he had a terrible rookie year." So I mean, hey, who knows?
Yeah. No.
Bryce Young's having a bad year. Peyton Manning had a bad rookie year. His career didn't turn
But
out
like
that
the
bad.
thing is, like, the Panthers are fucked. Like they're set up for failure. Like they're not gonna have a good year for like 5 years. They have no picks.
Dude, they don't even have, like, young depth, too. Like,
They
they got
don't.
Adam Thielen. He's very old. Even though he's looking good. I'll give Adam Thielen that. He
He's
definitely
30
shocked me this
he's
year.
like 33.
But he's
34.
old. Yeah, like, I mean, DJ Chalk's all right, but, like, they have no one else.
What they should be doing is playing the kid Mingo just to get him like comfortable with Bryce if he's gonna be the future.
Yeah, I mean, Mingo wasn't even that great in college.
I know.
Either. Like, they drafted him, and, like, I know there was, like, fantasy talk about him, but he, like, wasn't that great in college.
Another receiver that like I haven't seen do anything, and he was such a high draft pick, John Mechie. Like you think he would be good with Stroud, but like
Yeah.
Tanked
Well,
out, and
he hasn't
Nico
seen the
Collins
field
are
a
He
very
lot.
took the
good, too.
year off because of cancer too. It's probably hard to get back into football shape.
We got the Eagles, 28. The Cowboys, 23. Eagles moving 2 games ahead of Dallas for the NFC Beast.
dude, they wanted Cowboys to win this game so bad.
So
So refs went, dude, oh my god. It was like every play there was a flag on the Eagles.
Yeah, I mean, those flags were kind of warranted as much as I wanted the Eagles to win. The penalties were pretty bad and blatant. But Eagles try to fuck that up every way possible, and they made up for it, getting sacks and killing the clock. And, if, the podcast, looking at the game here.
You don't even look locked in.
I was looking at you.
Kid's not locked in.
Lock in, Moose.
Perfectly locked in.
What game are we talking about?
Dude, talking about the fucking Cowboys.
He's like the Dolphins, and Josh Dobbs.
Cowboys almost came back. I mean, they were kind of getting bailed by the refs. They had a good chance, but came up short.
I feel like all we kind of got to say here is Philly the fucking wagon.
Philly is a fucking wagon.
Philly's definitely good.
I'm still
They have a fucking crazy schedule coming up. You can go, Joe, before I get into that.
I was gonna say I'm so hesitant on their defense. They're letting up a lot of points every week. But
No, you're right.
they're lucking out with how good their offense is. A.J. Brown's a fucking animal. Jalen Hurts is untackleable. Swift is a fucking maniac.
I do feel like their defense is letting up a lot of points, but I feel like when it matters, they make the stops.
Yeah.
I feel like that kind of makes up for it in a way. No,
No, it does.
Recently, their secondary has been getting cooked.
I think all season they've been getting cooked. To be honest,
Yeah.
but I mean 7-1. I mean 8-1. Not gonna apologize.
Yeah, they were
for it.
letting Mac Jones light up the
Yeah.
fucking cornerbacks.
I wouldn't be too locked in if I was an Eagles fan on the defense.
Do we have an update on Bradbury's injury? Because that would be a fucking huge loss.
I think
for
he
them.
ended up going back into the game.
Oh, okay, so like a hyperextension or something.
Yeah, I think it was just something like that.
It looked like one of those ACL tears.
Yeah, I thought it was worse than what it is then.
I think I saw something. Dallas Goedert got hurt. That might be a little blow for their
He
offense.
was out the whole second half of the game.
Yeah, might be a blow for them.
Yeah, and I mean, I don't know. I just feel like that tush-push play alone is just one of the reasons why
Dude,
they're a
it's
fucking
insane.
they literally go for it on their own 20 on 4th and 1 because they know they're gonna get it.
Who's the only one to stop it? The Commanders this year?
The Commanders stopped it only because Hurts fumbled. That was
Still
literally
stop
that
it?
was it. Yeah, I know, but I'm saying Hurts fumbled.
No, I know.
Like, no one's, like, stopped it really yet by, like, actually, like, pushing back and, like, stuffing him.
Dude, with that nasty O-line, like, it's so insane to stop. Like, you can't stop that shit.
Mailata, Kelsey. I mean, like, dude, Hurts just squats 600 pounds himself. And then, like, A.J. Brown pushing you. He's a meaty guy.
Oh, at one point today, we were laughing about it watching the game. They were doing the tush push, and Julio Jones looked so lost out there, and then they called the play. He didn't go in and push. He was just, like, standing there, like, not knowing what to do. But it's a little off topic. You see that dude fucking Jordan Mailata? It's like a nasty singer. You go to, like, all the big, like,
Yeah, that
male
happened.
singer
That
shows.
happened like last year when they did the Christmas album.
Yeah, him
Yeah.
and Jason Kelsey.
Yeah, but yeah. I mean, if you're a Dallas fan, this one definitely sucks. Definitely one you wanted to win. Dak Prescott didn't look too bad when he usually chokes in big games like this. He actually looked really good and like kept them in the game. And it was crazy how the small differences is what made it, because they had like the touchdown. They called it a touchdown where it was one of their tight ends. I think it was the rookie one. He caught it like at the goal line. They called it a touchdown and they reviewed it. His knee was down when the ball was on like the 1 inch.
Oh,
line.
Shoemaker?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Shoemaker, dude. It was nuts. And then there was another play where it was just like, oh, the 2-point conversion that Dak had. They went for 2, and Dak reached for the end zone, and then he stepped out of bounds.
Yeah, that's
So
tough.
it was just like those little differences, dude. I don't know, man. Like, I wouldn't like count out Dallas for like winning the NFC yet. Like, I know they do, choke every single year, and Stephen A. gets his nice little laugh about it. He's probably laughing right now. But something about this year feels like a little different. I feel like they're getting the upsets out of the way now. Or like maybe they can succeed in the playoffs. I don't know. I'm not saying they're going to, but I wouldn't count them out.
I'm calling it right now. Josh Dobbs is the one to upset them in the playoffs.
That'd be
fucking
so
crazy.
funny.
It would be so sick. Like, not even just funny. That would be so sick.
We'd have to go to Minnesota for that one.
It would probably be in Dallas.
Maybe. No, it would be in Minnesota because they'd no, it'd probably be in Dallas. You're right.
I don't think they would play.
Yeah,
each other in
actually,
the
not.
first round.
You know what? We can dream.
Well, that could happen if they both just keep winning their way up until...
Yeah, if Minnesota wins the NFC North, and then Dallas doesn't win,
Well, I mean, they could just meet each other in the second round, maybe. That'd be
The conference
best case
championship.
scenario.
we can dream of a Dak Prescott versus Joshua Dobbs playoff game.
Where Dobbs lights him up for like 350 yards,
Yeah.
3 touchdowns.
If that ever happens, we gotta save this clip.
Oh, 100%.
What do you think they do with Dak if it's another first-round exit?
They're not going to be bad enough to replace.
Yeah.
Dak's still a good quarterback. He's overhated. I don't like him, but
But like
he's
they can
overhated.
just never get the job done.
Yeah, I know.
They
I
can't just like be a first-round exit every year.
I think you just got to rock it out with them.
We got to ask the same question about this guy.
Another
No, he's so
takeaway.
young.
Another takeaway I had from the game. I've said it literally every single week, 8 weeks straight. What's up with Tony Pollard? He still hasn't scored since week 1.
Dude, his one
He's
touchdown
allergic to the end zone, dude.
His one touchdown got called back today.
Yeah. Oh, finally he scores. Up. Flag. Call it back. Like, it's fucking ridiculous. It's insane. He's killing me on my fantasy team. Fucking week 1, dude. It's been 10 weeks straight. Like, it's week 10 next week. Holy shit.
Fucking week 1, dude. But
that is brutal.
yeah. So, any closing statements on the Cowboys and Eagles? Eagles are a wagon. Cowboys are still all right.
A.J. Brown under 125 yards this week.
Yeah, he
Ended
ended up
his
with
streak.
66.
Yeah, that's tough for him.
Still had a good game, though. He got in the end zone, no?
Yep, Devonta Smith, Jalen Hurts, and A.J. Brown. If you put them all in a touchdown parlay, that shit would have smacked.
Schmack.
But yeah, so that wraps up NFL Week 9. More than halfway through the season. Any other sports? Celtics are a wagon.
Celtics are a wagon. Jason Tatum, 10th youngest to get 10,000 points in his career.
Go.
No, really, though, like, if you think about it, imagine if he didn't go to a good team when he was a rookie. He would have hit 10K, like, 2 years ago. Because he had to deal with Kyrie, Hayward, Brown, IT, Smart, all
true.
different times. Like, he was never the first option, like some of the... Like, Paolo's already the first option on his team. Kobe was the first option when he came in.
What's his
Braun.
name? Victor.
Victor. KD was the first
Oh my
option.
god,
off
let's talk about Victor Wembanyama.
Yeah.
That dude actually looks legit. And Greg Popovich, obviously regarded as like, you just fart?
Nah, that wasn't me.
You'll smell it.
Who the fuck was that, dude? I like felt it. I'm like, what the coach?
Was not.
But Victor Wembanyama, dude, I think Greg Popovich, who a lot of people would probably consider at least the top 2 head coach of all time, maybe even one, but like he played that out like perfectly. Like he kind of eased Wemby like into it, and like now this dude's like making like he's made game winners or game like tying shots to go to overtime. He dropped fucking 40 on the Suns.
Thank
Like,
God. I was so happy.
He looks insane.
He's unguardable. He's literally he's like Porzingis. He's the unicorn. He can do it all.
Dude, but a 7'6" dude with fucking handles like that hitting step back
Bro.
threes, it's scary.
God forbid that guy grows muscles like Giannis or something. Holy shit.
I think if he grows muscles like that, he'll lose out on his shooting a little bit.
I don't know.
I don't know. I feel like you don't like lose that skill.
I feel like at that height though, he won't put on the muscle. Like I feel like it's like Porzingis and stuff like that.
He's so young though. Like he's
No, I
got to be
know.
like what, 18, 19?
19.
Well, I don't know
He's
if
younger than us.
I don't
dude.
know if you
Like,
guys know that, but like before Giannis had put on the muscle, he was a sharpshooter. He was fucking lighting up.
Nah, he was still like a 30% guy.
Yeah, but he was pulling up.
No,
jumper.
his shot was better.
The muscles actually fucked his jumper up.
But I just want to point out about Wemby. The Celtics, you got to win the title now, next year, and the year after, because after that it's Wemby. It's just going to be him every year.
The team has to be good.
But no,
it helps that they have Greg Popovich as their head coach.
Yeah. Well, next up,
Who's old
Becky
as
Hammond.
Joe Biden?
That's such a weird stat. Like,
But a fucking Mitch McConnell up there. Post-game interview. Post-game interview, dude's like,
I don't know. Pop usually knows what he's talking about.
No, Pop's like bright.
Yeah,
You know,
Pop's
he's
like cool.
bro, he always ends up with like the
nah,
nasty
like,
foreign
just giving him
prospect.
shit 'cause he's old.
Yeah, they couldn't have got like a better player than Wemby.
No, it's always the big man too. David Robinson, then Duncan, now Wemby. That guy just.
All drafted number 1 overall, right? Pretty sure.
Yeah.
Did Duncan win Finals MVP of the rookie too?
I'm not too sure.
But yeah, Wemby's a wagon. The Celtics are a wagon.
Tatum's top 3 in MVP right now. I know we're only 5-6 games into the year, but
I
still.
think if Celtics end up with the best record in the league and the Mavericks don't have like the greatest season, which I don't know because they do actually look pretty good right now. Because Luka's having a really good season. So, and a lot of people love Luka, and like I feel like that takes a part in it.
I think the thing is, if Celtics are first seed or first team in the NBA, as long as the Mavericks aren't top 3 in the West, Tatum should get MVP. But if they're top 3 in the West with that roster, like Luka will probably get it.
Yeah. I mean, obviously you still have to consider Jokic, but I mean NBA with MVPs in the NBA, I feel like voter fatigue like is a thing. I feel like Jokic got his 2 MVPs. Now they're kind of like done with him, which he probably does deserve MVP. He's probably the best player in the world.
He is the best player in the world.
Yeah, like if we're being honest with ourselves, he's probably the
I
best.
saw this edit. Like, it was going from player to their offseason, then Jokic to his. Like, it just kept going. It was like all these, like, all the best players, like, crazy in-season workouts, and it showed Jokic on a horse or Jokic doing, like, karaoke.
It's crazy. He doesn't even like. He literally acts like any average person hating their 9 to 5, and he's like, "Oh, I gotta go
No,
to work."
Jokic hates
Dude.
the NBA. He hates coming and playing. He doesn't like it.
Yeah,
I'm
he's just so
telling you.
fucking good.
I know for a fact that dude's gambling on horse betting in the
Oh,
offseason.
100%.
He's sitting at home. He's like, dude, the trifecta or whatever that shit's
Would it
called.
be legal to do that since it's not the NBA?
I think you could
Probably
bet on
is.
other sports.
And it's
I
like a
think you can
different
bet on
country,
other
too.
sports.
Like, if you're in the NFL, could you bet on the NBA?
Yeah, I think
I think so.
Just not NFL.
Yeah, obviously not NFL, but
Dude, one hot take. I don't even know if it's that hot at this point, but if you're actually paying attention, Giannis doesn't look that good this year.
No, he doesn't. And him and Dame are on and off every night.
Bro, Dame will drop 35 and then he'll drop 6. It doesn't make any sense. You'd think like Giannis would, the floor would open up so much more with Dame.
Just like how Porzingis is now doing for Tatum and Brown.
Like even as a lob threat, like give and go, like he's not even doing anything with it.
Yeah, the couple Bucks games I was checking out, Damian Lillard was shitting the bed all those games.
He's literally like mad inconsistent. Like I said, 30 and 6, like back to back. Like it's just on repeat.
He was the
I
big
saw
shit.
some stat. Him and Dylan Brooks have like the same amount of made threes this year. I know it's only 6
fucking
games
nuts.
in, but
Speaking of Dylan Brooks, the Memphis Grizzlies are 0-7 or 0-6 without Dylan Brooks. Could they have made a mistake by letting him go?
it's Ja not being there.
One thing
No.
one thing I want to talk about with that is like, where the fuck was this when you were on the Celtics? Marcus Smart shooting 50%. Where the fuck was that?
No, I know.
And he's taking more shots because there's not a lot of options right now.
I feel bad for that guy though. My heart breaks for him. You see him crying after the other game.
No.
That guy's in fucking hell. He's never been on a team. He's never started 0-5 in his whole career.
They started 0-6.
Dude, I don't think he's
they have
been.
another game tonight.
Actually, he might have been on one losing
Yeah,
season.
they do play tonight. They're favorites.
Yeah, they play against the Blazers.
But I see these tweets and like it's honestly so true. You feel bad for him when you see him like that, and then you see Porzingis the next night for the Celtics, and you're like, you know what? It was worth it.
Definitely.
I mean, dude. I mean, we can't even compare it to like the Porzingis thing because we landed Drew Holiday. I think you have to compare the Drew Holiday and Smart thing. Drew Holiday is a fucking upgrade and a half. Like,
Yeah.
Holy shit, as a playmaker.
Well, I just compare them two because we literally traded Smart.
Well,
for
yeah, I
him.
know.
But Porzingis like pulling up from the logo, it's fucking sick.
Yeah,
It's
I mean-
like the best time in the world to be a
so,
Celtics fan.
We're 5-0 right now. We're looking pretty good. The rest of the East, I mean, Philly actually kind of looks good.
Dude,
Yeah,
Kelly
they do.
Oubre looks fucking nasty.
Yeah, I completely forgot that they have Kelly Oubre now. But, I mean, Tyrese Maxey's averaging like 27.
I think he's at 30.
Crazy.
Yeah, I don't know. Last time I checked, he's at 27.
Well, he had 2 games in a row at like under 30.
I know they were a good team last year, but Julius Randle's fucking shooting tour dates.
I seen a stat. He has the worst shooting percentage in the NBA since 1956.
To start like the first 5 games, I saw it
That
like
is
that.
fucking crazy.
Yeah, and I'm not shaking at my head because I think whatever you're saying is dumb. I'm shaking my head because there's been multiple games where I take Knicks props and they shit the fucking bed, dude. It's actually ridiculous. And like, I know NBA, but I hate NBA betting because it's just so unpredictable. And some people are good at it. I'm not great at it, so I ask other people. I'm like, hey, what's the play? And they tell me a play. I'm not going to mention names, but I take it, and then it just shits the fucking bed. Like the other night, I took Julius Randle over 4.5 assists. He's averaging 6. I take, what's his name? Mitchell Robinson, 10 rebounds. I think he was averaging like 11. This guy fucking Mitchell Robinson just 7-3, just nothing. Absolutely nothing. And then Julius Randle just ISOs every fucking time. Does not pass the ball whatsoever, even when he's shooting fucking 1 for 27.
Yeah, he literally shot 5 for 20 like
It's
every
so
game.
bad. Like I've watched a good amount of Knicks games this season too, and I don't know why I keep betting on it because it's just awful.
He's really a selfish player too.
That's a perfect word for it. He's legit selfish.
Brunson took like a shot that he definitely shouldn't take. It was like a buzzer beater possession. But like we're acting like no one does that. He like looked at Brunson and was like,
Oh, because you're gonna make it with your
Exactly,
bad
dude.
shooting percentage, dude. Like, but I mean, yeah. Other than like those teams, I don't know like what the headlines are in the NBA. Like, I mean, the Warriors look good too.
Yeah, Warrior, they're looking really solid. And then
Because we talked about this, we said, hey, was this like, had the Warriors won their last championship? Steph Curry's like getting up there in age, and he doesn't look like he's lost anything.
no, because the thing about Curry, he never relied on being athletic. Like his game ages like fine wine.
Yeah, I mean, the Warriors look good, the Nuggets look good, the Mavs look good.
one team that looks fucking such a bright future is OKC.
I was thinking that when you said it. Yeah, they're a wagon.
Yeah, they are. Shea, Giddey, and Chet. They're they're coming,
Bro,
I like OKC.
who did Shai not play last week or last game against the Warriors and they still put up like 140 points and only
Yeah,
lost
he
by
didn't
the
play.
Curry game winner? That's fucking crazy, dude.
No, I like their young core a lot. I think they're great. But what other team are they about to mention? The Heat don't look too good, but it's the regular season. They never do.
I mean, dude, Tyler Hero looks
They'll
like
have their chance to make the play-in. They'll win the play-in. And I fucking hope we don't play them in the first round. I'd like someone else knock them out. I don't want to play them in the play. Like, if we played them in the playoffs, even if they were a bad team in the regular season, like I would be scared.
It's
I don't
going
care.
7.
I don't care how good we are and how bad they are in the regular season. Like if we play them in the playoffs, I will shit my pants.
100%. Like in the playoffs too, I'm more scared of them than the Nuggets, the Clippers, the Mavericks, the Bucks, the 76ers.
Let's relax, dude. They beat us like multiple.
Nah, I
times.
understand that. I wouldn't say they're more scared than those other teams.
In the playoffs,
In
yes,
the
the
playoffs,
fuck they are.
absolutely, dude. Like when we play Philly,
Bro.
dude, like I don't get scared at all. Like
No.
even when we were down 3-2, I'm like, we got this. Like,
Bro.
we always beat Philly. Philly always loses in the second round. But every time we play the Heat, they just gave us a fucking run for their money, and they beat us more times than not.
I've lost so much money on Celtics versus Heat games. It's fucking insane.
Exactly why you should be shitting your pants.
No, because
Probably
last
just
year,
won't be betting.
if there wasn't the play-in, they don't even make the playoffs. I'm pretty sure. I think they were the 9 or 10. No.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think they were the 9.
So like,
Didn't they play the Hawks in the play-in?
yeah, and beat them. Or no, they lost. I think the first one. No, and then they beat the next play-in team, and that's why they got stuck versus Milwaukee first round.
Fucking
The
bullshit.
Heat always have a Celtics killer on the team.
Like
Gabe
Caleb
Vin-
Martin.
Caleb Martin, Gabe Vincent, Max Drews, Tyler Hero. A few years ago, oh dude, there was one a few years ago that was a fucking Celtics killer and a half.
Duncan Robinson was for a little bit.
Yeah, well,
That might have been it. It was Tyler Hero.
Yeah, I was gonna say it was Tyler Hero
it
in the
was
bubble.
Tyler Hero, like in the bubble, dude.
Yeah.
Like he fucking cooked us.
And was the bubble the one where Tatum almost had the game-winning dunk and Bam
Yeah,
fucking
Bam
swatted
fucking
it?
swatted it.
oh, Gordon Dragic, dude, he was.
Yeah,
Dragic.
that was it.
Bro.
Dragic fucking smoked us, dude.
But dude, holy fuck, that guy was a problem against us.
Literally after that series, me and Jack were talking about it. We were like, we got to trade for this guy because every time we verse him, whether he's on the Bucks or the Heat or whoever, he just shits on
Bro,
us.
he would just like pull up buzzer beater, shot clock, like. Oh my
Yeah,
god.
I mean, it's like no, it's not even Jimmy that kills us too. It's like all those like fucking
it's the
Heat
nobodies
players around us, and it's just terrible for the NBA. Like the NBA just got to learn, like stop sending the Heat, like rig it.
I know.
Rig it.
Literally. But
We're not for rigging, but do it.
the craziest say, Spo the top 5 coach ever. And he's
Probably.
definitely the best in the league right now.
That's
Like,
not,
even
yeah,
close.
that's probably not crazy to say.
I mean, he turns
Who?
fucking bums in it.
Eric
Spoelstra.
Spoelstra.
He was overrated for a while because of the Heat big three, but ever since, he's proven he's like a GOAT
What
coach.
about Popovich and Steve Kerr?
Popovich is up there, definitely. Steve Kerr, I definitely
Steve
would
Kerr,
say.
I would say better.
Well, like
than him.
Steve Kerr's definitely up
kidding
there.
me?
Well, like
Yeah,
Kerr's
but I think
roster-
He got 4 rings as a coach.
But I think Spo might be a better coach. Like, if you look at the roster these past few years, like, since that big three broke
Nah.
up.
I think
Yeah,
Kerr
I know.
winning one. I think Kerr winning one when the Warriors won against us, like, kind of cemented like he's fucking legit.
Yeah.
Obviously, those first like
Bro, and they beat LeBron mad times.
the KD ones don't count. Those will never count. I don't care what anyone
No.
says. Those are like the most illegitimate rings in like sports history.
Bro, and the Cavs roster was fucking like it was just.
Dellavedova was the number 2 option one of the years. Like,
Yeah,
Jeff Green.
Jay Crowder.
like an argument
Yeah,
could be
literally.
an argument could be made like when they first versed the Cavs.
Yeah.
Kyrie Irving was out and Kevin Love was out.
I get they're versing the Celtics, but I'll never forget Kelly Olynyk because I'd rather LeBron win than the Warriors. Kelly Olynyk ripped out Kevin Love's shoulder.
Yeah, I remember.
It was like a dirty play, too.
Yeah, it was pretty bad.
When Tatum dunked on LeBron, 19 years old.
Oh, GOAT moment.
I think we would have got smoked in that championship, but
Anyone
we-
would have, dude.
we definitely should have won.
Anyone would have, dude. KD was fucking like that. That NBA, like those 2 NBA seasons were so fucking bad because you just knew it was gonna be the Cavs and the Warriors every single year.
Until Kawhi came to the East.
Yeah,
He actually fucking saved us all.
he really did. I think Kawhi saved the NBA in a Kawhi very quiet way.
Dude, could you imagine seeing the fucking Sixers, dude, in a championship?
Oh, no. Fuck that.
Oh my god.
I felt bad for Embiid like when that happened. I don't hate Embiid.
I hate him. I don't like him at all.
Did the Raptors play the Warriors? Who did they play?
Yeah, they played the Warriors.
I was like Clay was out.
And KD tore the Achilles.
Yeah.
And that Drake meme came and he's like acting like he's sad.
The funniest thing was when the when that happened, the Raptors like fans were like cheering and they were like, "No,
that shit was
I would have been." I'm not gonna lie, like we don't root for injuries, but like
In that moment.
in that moment,
Bro, like you just won yourself a championship.
yeah, like and like in that circumstance where like Durant was like,
The most hated
the
man.
most hated man in sports.
Bro, he was supposed to go to the Celtics that year.
He was. It was down to him and Horford are like, yeah, we'll play. Like, I'd like to play with you. Like, so when Horford came to Boston, everyone was like, oh my fucking god, we're
Bro,
about to get Kevin Durant.
I remember I got the tweet. I was in Florida on the train to Disneyland. It was like, the decision is coming in 10 minutes. It's either Boston or Warriors.
I remember that was like the 4th of July. We were all at Nick Rue's house.
Yeah.
I feel like that's one of those you probably remember where you were when Michael Jackson died. Like, you remember as a sports fan where you were when KD signed with the Warriors.
Yeah, I was fishing in the Cape, and I was like, put my rod down. I just got in my dad's car and just waited for him to be done. I was like, I'm not doing this.
Yeah, we were at Nick Rue's house after on 4th of July, day after the 3rd. Huge day in Quincy.
Dude, I remember seeing the Warrior, like, the signing, like, the jersey fucking Photoshop. I was like, dude, there goes our fucking season.
Honestly, it felt like someone you knew died.
Bro,
as a
our
Boston
team
fan.
would have been...
Because, like, going into it was like, oh, Brady's there at the meeting.
Bro.
Big Poppy, like, all of them. Oh,
Prime Isaiah Thomas and Katie.
That would have been crazy.
Tatum. We would have got Tatum, like, the next year, but...
Yeah. I feel like we're getting into past events. But, how about that Quincy mayor race, dude?
Shut the
Tom
fuck
Coke?
Coke. Team Coke, baby.
I
Oh
haven't
my
paid-
I don't know.
gosh.
I feel like we need to change. Team Mahoney.
Any NHL you want to dabble in?
No.
Bruins are still fucking nasty.
No, we're staying in the Quincy political race right now, Music. Vinny Tran, he's got
What
my
does
vote.
this race do for Tom Coke's legacy?
Hall of Famer, in my book.
Should we just do the draft?
Yeah, we should move on to the draft. Jesus Christ.
I'd be down to dabble in NHL, but it's all
do-
good.
Not much to talk about in the NHL, dude.
Connor McDavid's a fucking fraud this year.
Bruins dropped one again against the Red Wings last night. It's all good, though.
Moose
Fucking
lost
sitting
all
there
his
with-
coin.
Omar's sitting there in the goal crease with his pants down, dude, letting up 5 goals. What the fuck are you doing?
How's the order go? Joe, you, Moose, me.
I'm third.
I'm second.
Joe, Moose. Yes.
We doing 5 rounds?
Yeah, we can do 4 or 5.
I don't know if I can name
I think
fucking
5 is like the
5
basis
drinks.
for us now.
Kind of wanted to get into college football a little, but that's all right.
You go ahead.
Nah, it's fine.
All right, we'll just rip
Yeah,
our
we'll just do
5
the
round draft.
So we're doing the draft of
Alcohol.
alcoholic drinks.
Yes.
Alrighty.
5 rounds.
I'm just gonna take the drink that I get every fucking night I go out. Tito Red Bull.
You taking your classic? Your personal classic?
Won't be taking my favorite drink first, but we will be taking a fire one. Give me an espresso martini.
Wow, dude.
I'm just gonna take the high noons. What, you were about to take them?
I wanted an espresso martini and
How the fuck do I make a draft for this? Like, how do I make a mixed drink?
Maybe just make the mixed drink and then like the name under it, like in small lettering.
I don't know if that would fit, but I would try.
You can do it. I trust you. Fuck. I wasn't really that prepared for this.
It's getting great at the graphics, though.
Give me the Michelob Ultra.
That's a really good pick. That was going to be my second rounder. Well, it's still here. Give me the vodka.
Yeah, I am up.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you took 2.
It's a snake. No, I took the Michelob Ultra.
Oh. I thought you took something else, too.
Yeah. Shit. This is like a personal favorite.
Jack and Coke.
Yeah.
I knew you were doing it.
It's my personal favorite, but like not a lot of people like it, so they
I don't
won't
like
vote
it.
for it. But I'm gonna go with the Jack and Coke.
I am going with my personal favorite. I'm going to take the vodka lemonade.
Good pick.
Moose, you just going to ride the trend and do your personal favorite?
No.
Why? Because you know none of us are picking.
We'll be going with, for my second pick, we already got espresso martini. Give me the good old margarita.
Oh.
It's a good
Lime,
pick.
the green one.
What?
Can't go wrong with some nice margarita and
Me?
Mexican food.
I'm gonna go,
False piss. Because it's bad sad.
I'm gonna go with another mixed pina colada,
What?
Nice. What?
and then Coors Light.
What?
Coors Light. Interesting.
It's the only beer I drink.
I'm up.
Yes, you are.
Give me strawberry daiquiri.
You're a fucking pussy. I was literally taking that right now. You're a fucking bitch.
I got a good draft so far. I
No,
still got a couple lined up too.
I
Bro,
can't
don't
believe
know
you
how
just
the
fucking
fuck
did
I'm
that.
making this draft.
Oh my god, you suck.
It'll probably have to be names, Joe. I mean, maybe pictures, but
Give me the classic summertime beer. I'll take the Corona.
It's Corona time. What?
what?
Can I take Jungle Juice?
Yeah, that qualifies.
play?
Yeah.
That shit's fucking deadly, bro.
What?
What? I hate tequila, but I'm gonna take it.
Just tequila
What
as a
kind?
whole.
Tequila.
Casa?
Casamigos.
Casamigo.
Yeah.
Well,
What?
You just got Jason's vote.
Casa Frico.
I'm taking Casamigos. No, J. Chew won't vote for me. Right? There's no chance. I know he listens to this too. There's no fucking shot he votes for me.
Jason, there's no shot you vote for me.
He'll be like, "Damn, I thought Seth was Cabs because it's a C." No shot.
I only get one vote, and it's by me. Someone please vote for me, please. I'm
Who
trying
said
to win one of these bets.
This kid literally got one vote last time, I think.
know. It was me.
But I'm gonna just take another personal favorite here. Give me the Captain Ginger.
What?
Fuck you.
How many rounds are we doing?
5.
This is my last
It's your
pick.
fourth.
Word. Give me mudslide.
That's a good one. That's a good
That's
one.
a fucking. That's a fucking good one.
I think I got a God Squad right now.
I'm going for my back-to-back with some fucking high school classics. You need a pregame, dude? I'm sending some fucking McGillicuddy nips.
Nice.
McGill's.
And then the late night at Andy's, I'm taking some apple Ciroc.
That's your other classic. You
Yeah,
gotta
I know.
take your personal
I know
fave,
both
though.
of my classics got sniped. Casamigos and Ciroc.
You haven't taken the drink you always order yet.
I know it's still available.
This is your last pick.
High noons are gone.
Yep.
Alright, yeah, fuck it. Give me vodka with pineapple. That's my favorite drink.
Vodka pineapple.
I completely forgot about this drink. It's a little girly, it's a little dirty, and her name might be Shirley. But yeah, give me the Dirty Shirley.
Damn it, dude! I wasn't even thinking that.
I just looked up a list.
Great pick.
I fucking love Dirty
Shirley
Shirleys.
temples are dank.
They are dank, dude. They're bomb.
Fuck.
I fucking love a good Dirty
I
Shirley.
slept on this. Dude, I haven't been drinking in a while, dude. I can't think straight.
I literally only get Tito and Red Bull wherever the fuck I am, so like...
I'll make a trade with you for Casamigos. My last pick's
trades now,
available.
dude?
Vodka
It's about
pineapple.
the draft.
Why would he want vodka pineapple for
I'll give
Casamigos?
you-
Shit's fire.
I'll give you Casamigos for espresso martini and the mudslide.
Hell
And your
I'll
first
give you a
round
future-
pick.
I'll give you a future second round pick.
no way.
Dude, that's draft capital right there.
I'm passing.
I'll give you Casamigos and Jungle Juice for espresso martini and mudslide, and we swap. Whenever I have the first pick, we swap picks.
It's a pretty good offer, but I'm gonna have to pass.
Fuck.
I got first pick.
Hey, I'm fielding
Next
offers
draft.
for high noons right now.
I'm just gonna go with the mimosa. Wrap it up.
Nice.
I wanted to take a mojito too, but I didn't.
Oh, that would have had Jack's vote.
Immediately. Let's do 2 more rounds.
No, I can't think, dude. I haven't been drinking in mad long, dude.
Yeah, I'm kind of out of options there.
Bro, I only drink
Like
fucking
Bud
Tito
Light.
Red Bull.
Bud Light was the wave in high school, dude.
But now it's.
Just makes.
I'm kidding.
I don't drink. I don't not drink Bud Light because that Bud Light literally makes.
No,
you
I'm
fat.
kidding.
Like Bud Light fucking makes you
It
gain.
tastes
some,
like piss.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. It was an acquired. taste
You don't
in
drink
high school.
piss? I'm literally drinking shit right now.
It was an acquired taste in high school. But
Surprised no one took Bud Heavy though.
I'm not a big Bud Heavy
Nah,
guy.
Bud Limes in high school. Those are my go-to.
Oh, those are
Michelobes,
bomb.
right?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, those are good picks.
All right. So that about wraps up episode 16.
We're on.
Solid episode.
Sorry if we seem tired.
Yeah, we're fucking exhausted. So
Hey, shout out to all the.
I was gonna say kind of a shitty episode, but
No, it was alright. Shout out to all the loyal listeners still listening to us. We really
yeah,
appreciate
no,
you
and
guys.
yeah, no, you can go. Sorry, I interrupted you. My bad.
Nah, it's all good. Yeah, we just really appreciate all the loyal listeners out here. We're about to hit 120 followers on TikTok.
Already did.
Already did it. Locked in. Keep it rolling, guys. Trying to hit 150 soon by the end of the month. Let's go.
Ravens flock.
Let's hit 150 by Thanksgiving.
Let's do it. Lock it in. Hey, how about this? If we hit 150 by Thanksgiving, we're doing a cash giveaway. Stay tuned.
Get the fuck out of here.
What do you want?
You're doing a cash giveaway. Don't include me in this.
We're doing
You
it.
know what, Music? I'll match.
We're doing it.
I'll match.
We're matching it. Let's go.
If it's 500 plus, I'll match.
Download Underdog Fantasy and use code CABS. I'm kidding.
Or we could do like a referral thing. Like, hey, you refer a fucking follower.
That's what I'm
you
saying.
get-
We
If you
gotta
guys
get-
drink
yeah,
G
we gotta
Fuel.
do requirements for it. Like you gotta tag your friends, follow.
We'll figure it
like
out.
the post.
I'm still in school
Or-
for business, so I haven't taken marketing yet. So.
We do like a jersey giveaway or something, and you got to tag 3 people and follow.
Sure, maybe. I don't know. But, yeah, thank you guys for 120 followers. We have been paying attention to your comments. A lot of people actually, they love our football content. They love our basketball content. We've been getting a lot of comments, so we got to talk more basketball.
I love it.
So,
Hoops my number 1, baby.
yeah.
Hockey crowd. I'm still coming in hot for you guys. I'm not leaving you
Same
hanging.
Moose.
Yeah, I mean, we don't have any clippable moments with hockey yet. It's kind of hard to catch those headlines. But if we do, I mean, hey, during the week, you guys are free to look up hockey headlines, and we can bring it up on Thursday's show. And if you want me to clip it,
Well, hockey
I will
headlines.
clip it.
Hockey headlines don't really.
One good one would be the Bruins' young 3. They're like 3 rookies. They're all kind of nasty.
Yeah.
They're all fucking beasts.
Yeah, can't think of the name off the top of my head, but he scored last night.
We'll get into
I
it
think
next
it was
episode.
the second goal.
Yeah.
Second goal of the game.
Bedard's a fucking prospect and a half.
Yeah. But that about wraps up the episode, guys. Again, sorry if we seem a little exhausted. It's because we are. But we provided.
Yep.
Love you guys.